What's going on, you guys? Another product you've been telling me to check out and do a review on, or some of you guys already do own this and said you really like it, are these Total Gym chrome handles. So I went ahead and picked these up, and I will link these down below. You can get these really in two spots. You can get these on Amazon.com. You can also get them on the Total Gym Direct website. So I'll put both links down below if you guys do want to check them out and support the channel. You're going to pay a little bit more on Amazon. It depends if you're going to buy a bunch of stuff on TotalGymDirect.com, because then you can get like free shipping and stuff like that. You end up kind of being equal if you go on Amazon and buy them. So it depends whatever option you want to go with on that regard. I believe these were the handles that used to come on the original Total Gym, and you guys will see some footage here of me kind of unboxing them and kind of what it looks like up close. They definitely look really good, and like I was saying, I don't know if these were the original type of handles that came with the original like Total Gyms back in the day. This is certainly what I remember kind of seeing visually. I know I saw some stock images of old Total Gyms, and this is what they came with. They do come with the standard kind of handle. The standard spin clip that comes with most Total Gyms. I'm gonna opt for getting some carabiner clips. I just ordered some carabiner clips because I got all different types of sizes, which is an issue. But something to be mindful about if you are gonna use carabiner clips or if you're gonna order some carabiner clips, the ones I believe I ordered nice and big, but I got two of them that are the same size. Here's one that's a smaller size just to kind of show you. And if you attach it, you really can't, it can get kind of clipped. You can actually snug it in there, but it can get kind of stuck. I definitely did get it stuck. I'll figure that out. My carabiner clips actually did just come in as I was recording this, so really quickly, a quick second review here. And these clips look really good, and they do appear to fit no problem on the handles. So if you're looking for some clips, I will link these down below. I'm gonna test these out here. As you guys can see from those up close shots, I think the quality is really, really good. Definitely, I think I'd say worth the value of what they cost. But the big thing is kind of what big difference they make. So I'll compare these to like the standard Total Gym handles that come stock. I'll do some pressing, some pulling, and I'll kind of give you my thoughts on this. All right, so some first impressions here. Yeah, it is nice to have this kind of opening. Now, if you did a chest press, I think you would figure out that some positions aren't gonna work out. Like if I have it flushed around this way, I mean, honestly, this works fine too. There is something, and I can't honestly describe what it is exactly, but not having that space there is kind of nice. You definitely notice it. But I really like these grips. I like the way they feel. I don't like grips if they're or the handles if they're too thick. This is a nice, perfect size. I think even doing vertical presses, neutral grip presses, like close grip presses feel really good. Certainly, I know flies are gonna feel good on this, but I just wanna keep messing around with the chest presses. Even if I put this on the outside and go up here, this also actually doesn't bother me. Normally, if I had a standard strap, this would kind of rubs against my wrist a lot more. So even where I normally wouldn't hold it like that, I hold it like this. This steel feels pretty good. Let's quickly swap out the handles on the old handles and see how that feels. Yeah, I think the biggest difference, first off, any handle is gonna feel different regardless if it's the same kind of design. I do just like the way this rotates. I like the way that this itself feels, other than not having this space here. So that alone says something. I just like that a lot. I do prefer that. Let's try pullovers. Again, I really like how this rotates in your hand. There is a little difference. I just tried a couple sets on both sides, but going this way versus if I turn these chrome handles facing each other with the metal bar on the inside, I really like it. It's not so much not having that space there, but it's more about having this rotation. So if you ask me right now, which one would I prefer, this handle versus the other for pullovers, I definitely like this better. All right, so let's try chest flies. I'm not gonna keep switching out the old handles. I don't think it's totally necessary. Also feels really good. There's some subtle differences. Again, pros and cons of not having if you want the metal down versus up, I think it'd be better doing a chest flies if the metal is down. This way you have this nice little opening, in your hands, a little more flexibility doing a chest fly, but that certainly feels good. Even things like frontal raises feel really good with that pivot point on here, or that the rotation on the handle. All right, let's try rows. We'll kind of wrap it up. I don't think this video really has to go that long. This also feels really good. Let's see what happens if I combine them. Yeah, again, I really like how this feels in a neutral position. Let's try bicep curls. I said I was gonna be done, but gotta see how these feel. Also feels really, really good. Something that's just different. I mean, let's try tricep extensions. This feels excellent. I started to notice that when I used to go to the gym that just certain, it'd be the same kind of handle, but just the same design, or I mean, sorry, a different design would make a big difference in the way something would feel like doing a press down. Now again, this is my personal preference. It might not be yours. I'll kind of wrap this video up in saying, I think this thing is definitely worth it. I'm really happy I got this. I'm not gonna rank it as far as necessity on like the attachments of stuff I like, but because this is my first time using it, but I'll definitely be leaving this on, or at the very least, even if you I would say it's worth it to even pick it up just to kind of switch things up a bit. Like I said, because even just a subtle handle change out, I think will also make some exercises feel different. So especially if you're using something like this, like a total gym, that you're not changing too much of the main mechanics of the machine, if you can change little attachment sites to make things a little bit more interesting, those of you guys that follow the channel and just like me, maybe this is your sole form of fitness, I would definitely invest in this eventually. In my opinion, I think it's definitely really cool. I wouldn't steer you wrong, but again, this is my personal preference, so can't say it won't work for everybody. I guess you can always return it if you don't, so that's the beauty of like, Amazon, or even, I'm sure even TotalGymDirect.com, you can just return it if you don't like it. So that's it. Any questions, comments, feedback, let me know, and I'll see you guys in the next video. And then really briefly, since we're on the topic of handles, I might as well mention this, that I talked about this. I used to like doing this setup a lot. I like having an extra pair of handles up top instead of, attaching the pull-up bars. You can just go ahead and do pull-ups up here as an option. So I kind of like this. I also like this kind of cloth instead of the hard metal. I just feel like it's not going to clang and make as much noise, and it's a little more flexible, but isn't going to be as durable as a solid metal. So I'll link these down below, and again with the carabiner clips I'm going to order, but I think this is a good thing to kind of quickly switch between some pull-ups. A number of things you can actually do with this setup.